Camera number 373 is the Fujica ST701, a fully manual camera. Requires batteries for the light meter, which is built in, which is of the match needle kind, and is an average light meter reading that the camera produces. It takes screw mount lenses, and the reason I haven't put it on is because it won't fit onto the screen. I'm looking forward to using this lens. I've used it before, the Vivitar Series 1 lens. I like it because it has a macro functionality, and it has a nice reach, 70 right the way down or up to 210. A bit slow maybe, 3.5, and it's quite heavy as well, but I do like the lens. I've used it a couple of times now, so looking forward to using that. So I won't screw that back onto the camera. So just taking a look at the front here, we have two ports for different types of flash units that we might want to mount on the cold shoe. This actually has not a built-in one, it's actually an optional extra that's can be purchased and then can be fitted around the eyepiece. We then have a meter actuation stroke aperture. It calls it an aperture selector, but effectively it wakens the light meter, and then we change our aperture and the light meter. As I say, you might just be able to make it out. There is that match needle. The objective is to get it in the middle, and then we're good to go. Have a self timer, which I don't think I've used, but I think it works. It does have a separate button, quite a noisy clockwork. There we go, and accompanied by a very loud slap of the mirror. Certainly can't use this in a quiet place, but then some of us like these noisy, heavy cameras, which is certainly what this is. Very well built, I must say, like the rest of the Fujica series. On the base plate we have a tripod mount and the lever, I was going to say little, but it's actually quite big, that separates the film advance so that we can then rewind our film back into our canister. Turning to the top plate, we have our film rewind crank, which when lifted opens up the film door. I took the chance that I didn't need to change, but I think I will do that sometime. The light seals are perishing, so I was keen to use the camera, so I thought I'd go ahead and use it. Close that, and then, as I mentioned, cold shoe. And then on the other side we have our film speed dial, which is when lifted we rotate it to our desired film speed. Shutter speeds go from 1/1000th of a second down to bulb. Our film advance, film counter, and shutter actuation button. So there we go. So I do like when the light meter is separated from the shutter. It's always nice. I think I've said this before, I'm inclined to be a bit heavy-handed and take photos when I shouldn't. There we go. So that's pretty much it really as far as the camera goes. So as I say, I'm looking forward to trying it out. Oh, the light meter, yes, takes two 1.3 volt batteries. Now according to the manual, which I've got here, because mine doesn't work, or as far as I know it doesn't work, actually I don't have any batteries. I did try a couple of smaller 1.3 or 1.5 volt batteries, but they didn't work. But according to the manual, 1.3 mercury batteries, which of course aren't available, Mallory RM400R or Everready E400 or equivalent. So mine, I'm used to using a light meter, handheld light meter, so that's what I shall do when I go out with this camera, which, as I say, I'm looking forward to using it in addition to the lens. And so that's it really, the Fujica ST701.